All right guys, today we're gonna fix a problem that I've had for a very long time. The wiper motors on our Ford F-250 stopped working completely. I can't pass inspection without wiper motors. So we're gonna go ahead and replace these motors in here today. For those of you who have followed our channel for quite some time, you're probably looking at me with the truck parked in this exact spot after watching several maintenance videos with me wearing the exact same clothing. And you're probably thinking, huh, Charlie, did you do all these videos at once? Is your car really that much of a mess that you had to do all this at once? I just like wearing the clothes that I wear, and I like parking my truck in this spot, so that's what it is. So the first thing you're gonna need to do is remove the wiper arm from the motor. To do that, you just take a flathead screwdriver, and there's a little clip right inside here. Just kind of pull that clip upward. Okay. Okay. So the next step here is we need to remove this piece of metal to get down in there to the motors. Now, for the record, I actually have never done this repair before, so feel free to comment below, tell me how I'm doing here. My theory is that if you put your mind to it, you can repair almost anything on your own. So there's a screw on that side, one on the other side, and then it looks like some of those screws right there in the center may also have to be removed. Take the screw out on the other side. So it's probably not necessary to remove every single screw across here, but there are definitely some that go through. So you just have to find the ones that are going through. Both this metal and the back metal, and remove those. Okay, so this antenna is going to end up being in the way, so we're going to go ahead and remove that. Should come loose from screwing it. I'm going to take this off. Okay, now you're gonna have screws that are placed in these holes right here. So you're just gonna reach in with a screwdriver and get those out. Oh, that would be nice if I had a magnetic screwdriver. Well, hopefully we'll find that one as we get in there. Okay, so now in theory, this should wanna wiggle on out. Okay, now I've got this loosened up all the way across. What I'm going to do is just kind of feed it out over these, because with this hood on there, it'd be really difficult to try and pull it out that way. I really don't want to take the whole hood off. It'd be more work than is necessary, I think. Of course, so is this. Okay, so now that we've gotten this open up, I'm going to explain to you what we have going on here. This motor right here is the actual wiper motor. And basically, you've got a power clip here that you will remove, and down here. I'll get a screwdriver to help me pull those out. They've been in there for quite some time. So this is the motor that we're going to replace, and it bolts onto the frame back here. Now on the other side of that metal frame, you'll see that the motor links to the wiper motor arms. And those arms go out, and those are what actually turn the motor. So here's what a motor looks like not installed. This is what you're seeing on the inside there. You're seeing, it's more like this. You're seeing the wire harness go in here and here, and then on the other side of the steel frame, you're seeing this arm sticking out. So what we need to do is go in and remove the wiper arms that are going back and forth on this arm from the old one, and then we'll unbolt the old one from the frame, remove the power plugs, pull the old one out, and we'll install the new one. On the inside of the motor, or where the old one is, you'll have a clip that looks similar to this one here, and it pretty much kind of, see if I can do this, slips in just like that. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna reach through the top that we just opened up with a screwdriver, just carefully pry that off. It's pretty easy to do. That's how it goes on. Then you're just gonna carefully, oops, well, I just did it a second ago. There you go, pry that off, and then it'll just pop right off. And then you're gonna have your arms that just slide over top of this. When it's installed, the way I saw it is the arm, if you're looking at the truck, the windshield's over here, the arm on the left side was the inside arm, the arm on the right side was the outside arm. Okay, now with those wiper arms removed, we will go ahead and remove our old motor. Okay, I removed the two top bolts. You could remove this thing, it's gonna get in your way a little bit. There's just two screws in the top. I am just kind of fumbling through this and didn't do that. The next thing that we're going to do here is this bottom bolt has ground wire on it. So I'm gonna take a 10 millimeter and stick it on the back side of that. And then the front nut that's holding that wire in place is an 11 millimeter. So I'm just gonna take that wire off. You don't wanna twist the wire around. You're just gonna make your life more difficult when you pull that thing out or do something bad to it. Switching my socket back to the 10, and I could go in and remove this bottom bolt. Now this should be free. Yep, there it is. Now that it is free and clear, I can carefully remove my wiring harness without causing any damage. Now we just need to attach the wiring harness to the new motor. Should be fairly simple and straightforward. That one went on a lot easier than the other one came off, that's for sure. And now the motor is going to go back in. I had placed my clip there. Hold on, let me remove that. That's going to be annoying. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and put this motor back in the old motor's place. Start setting the top ones before I break out the, make them all finger tight before I break out the 10 millimeter socket wrench. And then we're just going to tighten those down. Now, before I get into all the fun business going on in the back there, I'm going to go ahead and reinstall that ground wire that I had taken off in order to get that old motor out. So here we are with that wire. Just slides right on. Oops. Just slides right off. Locking washer that and get my 11 millimeter. Tighten that ground wire down. And I'm not sure how well you can see this, but your wiper arms are basically right down in here, and you're just going to slide them back into place over that little bar, the arm that comes out. And then we've got our clip that we're going to slide into place right over that. I just need to figure out where I put my clip. Okay, so the clip just slides right on in. There we go. Now everything should be snug and secure. Now before I leave this area and close this up, I'm just going to go through and I'm going to put oil on all my linkages in here. A little bit of oil can go a long way with stuff like this, helping to maintain your vehicle in the long term. Okay, now we just need to put everything back together again. I'll tell you something, guys, it's always nice when you get to this point of a project and you're on the home stretch and everything is going back together the way it's supposed to. I sometimes get to this point and then I realize that I forgot something major and I have to take everything back apart again. But I actually believe on this project, I may have made it through it alive. All right. Just need to install a couple of those screws. I already did the ones on the inside of the hood. And then I could put my wiper arms back on. Oh, no. I spoke too soon. I forgot a screw down in here. Yep. There she is. Could have been worse. All right, these wiper arms are just gonna go on the same way that they came off. You're just gonna try and line them up where they should be on the windshield, the off position. And then that might be a little too low. I think you want them right about there. Push that in. Push that snap back in place, and then that will go right down over. I'll show you how to do it again on the other side, just to make sure that you can see that, because I can't see what's in the video as I'm filming. I just kind of go with it. So you're going to want to line it up, probably about there. Push it on. That's not wanting to go on very easily. There we go. Now those should work just fine. Okay, so now I'm gonna give it a shot. This is kind of a long shot because I do believe, if I'm correct, that I had blown the fuse on these. The wiper fuse on these trucks is like 50, 60 bucks, but we're gonna give it a shot and see what happens here, okay? Turn that on and, oh, look at that. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? I have working wipers on this truck. Actually sounds pretty good. Okay. They seem to line up pretty nicely the way I have them. I'm gonna go with it. I think that's a wrap. All right. Well guys, thanks for joining me for that repair today. I hope you guys have as much fun doing it as I did. Nothing beats the opportunity to fix and repair something yourself. If you're interested in learning more about being self-reliant and the importance of learning to do these things on your own, follow our channel. We have a lot of great conversations on here, and hopefully you'll learn something from it. If not, this is how you change your wiper blade motor on your Ford F-250, the old 90s version anyway. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys soon.